Boom, 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 digging on you, digging on you. When I'm with you, when, when. Can I show y'all something? Yeah, I'll show y'all. Hmm. Nah, I'm not showing y'all. I'll have to wait till the series over to show y'all that one. What's going on though? What's happening though? What's shaking though? What is going on though? Is everybody great? Life is good. Life is great. Show them what you appreciate. Yeah. We just gonna show some of the stats. Anyway, welcome. What's going on? Textiles here, Daily Spread Pod, POD, the podcast play of the day. We got a bunch of plays on the slate. There's more than 19. We had 19 at the time that we thought that we were gonna go share. In any event, it's getting late. It's quarter to 12 on this Sunday, the 27th of April on your Gregorian. Okay, so look, to get it kicked off here with the plays that we particularly are on and why, right? That's why we created this video. And if you're not familiar with me, feel free to subscribe. Look, this is not even supposed to be public. This is for our people who rock with us. But we know that most people aren't even going to tune into what we got to say anyway. So by the time you read these lines, the games will be gone. Okay, so anyway, Knicks plus 108. We got that at Bet Rivers. We got down on the Knicks. Um, Mainly, we just think that the Knicks are going to end the series. So it's like, why wait? If they end up losing at some point, then we going back to New York, man. We get it moving and shaking and bouncing and grooving, right? And Game 5 will be in New York, or would Game 5 be in Detroit? I don't know how they run series anymore. Anyway, we are on the Knicks to get it kicked off. We just think that we don't have much of a breakdown. Other than we like the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson is questionable for the game, which is fine by me. The Knicks should be okay. With Mitch Robinson being questionable, that leads me to think more of an over type of a game as far as the total is concerned. I'm gonna take a look at the total now. Totals 218 is what we had the opening at 218 and a half. Actually, some books dropped down. Some books actually have gone up. Depending on it looks like drop down and get your legal on. Look like 217 and a half is the consensus line around the board. I'm seeing 218 in some places, sharp and stuff like that. So very interesting lines here with the Knicks. Speed Demon. All right, very interesting line. But yeah, we like those guys today. What do you think about the Knicks and the Pistons? Do you think that the Pistons will get one? Their storied history, one of the biggest franchises in NBA history, with the Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton, uh, Ben Wallace, Rashid, Tyshawn. Those guys were so good. Then you go back before that when they had Zeke and Dumas, Rodman, Lane Beer, and those kinds of characters. Great times. The line is there's definitely a lot shaking and moving and grooving and bouncing with this Detroit game. Steam coming in seemingly on the Pistons. Seemingly, it's because Mitch Robinson also potentially missing this game is crazy. But if Mitch Robinson plays, I think the Knicks really close this out. All right, next on the board we have Indiana at Milwaukee, and we actually like Indiana plus 4.5. We maybe the pride of Giannis kicks in. Now that we think about it, like with the way Joker, played down in California. So that's something to consider. Kudermetova to win a set that already cashed with the Braves money line is plus 323. So we're looking. Oh, Brewers, pardon me, Brewers. Do we love the Brewers today? No. Brewers, that's like the lesser of two evils, we hope. All right, we do not love the Brewers today, but we're on them against St. Louis. We do like the over in that matchup. We got it at minus 106. The line has definitely grown since then. Let me just do that, do that, do that, that. Do that, do that, do that, that. Again, this is going to be sent to the private community. Community. But I'm going to put better solve. Okay. Because I'm trying to share this out a little bit. You know what I mean? You heard what she preferred. She want a man to make she fly like bird. Larry. Yeah, man. Hold on. 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 Hold on to the big truck. All right. All right. All right. We done. We're good. All right. All right. So back to live action. Again, this is going to go into the private community after it's done. Just a quick recap. Knicks, we like them just because they're better than the Pistons for real. Hopefully they end it today. If they don't, then we most likely doubling down. We got the Knicks future. We like the Knicks. There's a short line. Home dogs. The line should be bigger, right? I'm not gonna hold you. Salute to one of the guys that seems like a troll sometimes, but he says some smart stuff, and I think he's right about what he's talking about when it comes to the line. And 2 points at home right now is really not a lot. That's not saying that. I'm saying your fans can't even back you. 2 points is less than almost a bucket right now today. NBA shoots so many threes. It's a 2 point spread. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, let's continue on. We got the Knicks plus 108 again. That was a weak line. We could have got a better number for sure. Indiana plus 4.5. We like that plus 1.5. Right now, that line is still at 4.5. Again, we still have to think that Giannis and those guys probably would show some type of pride, especially how Joker just showed some pride and got a W down in California against the Clippers. So that's what's on my mind regarding that one there. And I want to give a clear picture of what I like. So if there's any of these players that you like on my slate that you could go ahead and get in, um, it's always best to keep a good, well, not always best, but it's good to keep the same base amount unit size and also to play odd number because let's say you go 1-1, then if 1-1 you can still lose. 2-1 you end up winning. So or opt for the plus money picks. If there's plus money, you're closer to even money. Like yeah, those would be the ones to shoot for. And if you don't have Bet Rivers or other books that have these more exotic plays, you might want to get on that. Hit me up if you need to get on that because I got some plays later on that I place on there that will probably be beneficial. I'll look on FanDuel to see if they have relative markets. All right, so let's go. Brewers, we don't even want to talk about that play because we don't even know if we really like that play. That's just a parlay piece we had with Kutermertova to win a set, and we kind of think that the Brewers have a chance to win today, but nothing too crazy. We do like the over in that game way more than we like the side. Brewers versus St. Louis over 8. We got minus 106. And that line has moved. Minus 106. Not solid. We won't gonna see totals. Brewers. Brewer is at 8, and if you go to Seki and look at the Seki line, let's see what they say. Um, hmm. It's just showing that they raised the amount that you could bet, but it's not showing any significance in what the people are doing about FanDuel. I don't want to expose the hand. All right, so we're just gonna, you know what? Great. We're gonna make that official on our. It's minus 110 now, so we did get some CLV with that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where are we? All right. Nationals first 5 innings to cover the run line minus 122. We like that play as well. The Nationals are a strong home team. Mitch Parker at home has been him. Going against the Mets, of course, that's going to be tough. But Mitch Parker at home has been him, and that team is going to come out and play for Mitch Parker and them today. And we like them at home. They're 9-4 as a home dog against the spread, against the run line. And they play way better baseball in the first 5 than the Mets at home than the Mets do on yeah, so we gonna keep it moving and grooving and shaking and baking because it's things we have to be making. Right. Yankees first 5 at the crib. Yankees, I think, are hungry for baseball. They didn't play yesterday because of the weather. I think the Yankees are hungry for baseball. They're gonna come out here and get right to it. So I like them first half minus half a run, minus 130. I like them full game, minus 102 to cover that run line as well, to win by 2. We did take our Yankees to cover a minus 1 on another book. That's pretty much like a money line play, right? But minus 152 on that play. Yankees, Yankees minus 1.5, minus plus 102. We are on the Yankees today, needless to say. Mets and Nats under 8, minus 115. Why is that? You just don't think that they get there. And a lot of the books are probably going to be, well, I'm seeing 8s all over. I'm seeing 8.5 in some spots. Ooh. So maybe we're on the wrong side of that one. But we don't like it. We don't like the over. We like the first 5 potentially to go over. And full game, not so much. So we're gonna stick to our guns and stay on the underside. But if anything goes over, it would probably to be the first half. And if anything goes over, then it's probably be Washington in the first 5. I gotta check the pictures and see what's what. What I would do is see Tyler McGill. If McGill, how does he fare against like the Nationals guys? But a lot of the guys are out on both sides. Jacob Young out, Kelly Burrow, he's out. Why is the line going over? I mean, Jesse Winkler, McNeil, and Alvarez out for the Mets. So, yeah, I think we're good with our under. Blue Jays and Yankees, we like the under 8.5 in that one. Yes, I know they've been burning and thirsty for baseball, but also you got good pitching on the mound. That doesn't mean that the good pitching is going to stop the game from going over. But Toronto, they don't normally go in that direction when on the road. So we're taking a shot there with the Yankees pretty much at an even, 50-50, and it's kind of a spot to go over or under. We're leaning on maybe we're a Yankees team. So again, we're on the Yankees. We like the Yankees in under. Maybe we should put that together and try to slap something. We'll see. We can possibly get to that at some point. Maybe. But that's not what we want to be doing. We already have a parlay and it is what it is. But we shouldn't be messing with that. Not with what we have here with our record being 55%. If we lock in, we should be able to maintain a good 60, get to 60, get back to 60. Because right now we had well, actually we crushed it yesterday. I'm like thinking about something else, a contest. In the contest, we punched in a bunch of wrong plays. but on the day we had one of our better days of the year. So no, I could care less about the contest. Is like, yeah, I want to win, but hey, we'll punch in the plays in a minute too, because it's almost about that time. Let's run through the rest of the slate. Guardians, we like them at home, minus 112 against Boston. We just think that they're the better team playing the better baseball at the right time. So I think that they get right against Beantown um, and keep it moving. The Tigers, I got them minus 1.5, minus 102 because the Tigers at home are tough. They have their ace on the mound today. They're going against Baltimore, who has a bunch of Raven fans that I know are going to drop at the chance to play on Baltimore. But Baltimore just does not get it done on the road. Also, they don't score. I might take a Baltimore team total under or to mommy. Upon further review, Baltimore TT under 3.5 might be a go. So stay tuned. If you're in the VIP, Yatu. What's next? I believe that's Royals. Royals to plus money. That's our favorite play on the board. Royals plus money. It's going to be tough because the Royals have not been playing their best baseball, but this is a spot that I believe the Royals can get right. They missing. Oh, wait, wrong game. Royals. Okay. No Altuve with rest. Jake Myers is also out. Okay, so that gives us hope. That gives us hope. Yeah, so we're on the Royals plus 114 as the road. Pardon me, as the home dog today. Home dog. That is our dog of the day, by the way. Gotta say Royals, Royals. But the line is going up. But what's going on with that line, gang? Somebody's listening to me, man. Line just started to move and shake, boy. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right, what else? First five Royals. Yeah, pretty much the same idea. We just think the Royals come out and get right to it today. And that line is looking like it's reflecting what we're talking about as we speak, huh? Interesting. Who are you that's tuned in, tapped in? Somebody's tapped in. All right, so we got to make this quick. Cubbies. I like the Cubs too. I'm looking if I say a word, see if shit start to move on the board. Cubs later on tonight. They're the favorite. I probably won't move. They're the favorite against the Phillies tonight. That it was like a pick 'em. I guess the bookmakers are like, yeah, we got to be a little bit more aware and lean towards the Cubs. That's going to be a tough one, but I do like the Cubs on tonight. Again, it is Sunday. Someone had put it in the air that Sundays can get spooky with baseball. So we want to proceed with caution for sure. The line is now surging in the favor of the Red Sox right now. What is moving and why? Another player been ruled out. Okay, some players ruled out on both sides. So we are going to have to get off here in a minute and take an under in that Baltimore, Cleveland, Boston, and I think it's like nobody's going to be playing. The line is moving, shaking, moving all around. I still like Cleveland. I still like Cleveland. I still like Cleveland. You heard. All right, let's keep it moving. The Royals, though, that's the tough one, though. Like, the line is moving. It's going to be tough, but I think that I'm still on the Royals game. I think I'm still on the Royals. You may have missed some of the commentary, right? Because I think my phone was on, my finger was on the mic, on the speaker. Anyway, what else? Okay, the Reds. The Reds on the road against the Rockies. We just going with what we think is the right side. I thought that they would be breaking Singer out today, but it's Lodolo, Nick, the Quick, Lodolo against Ryan Feltner. No, yeah, we don't. We Matt McClain will be sitting today for the Reds. Okay, cool. But he's not a starter. He's a backup because the shortstop is Ellie De La Cruz. Okay, great. Ellie De La Cruz. That might be a Ellie What the Ellie? Maybe an Ellie De La Cruz prop coming for the VIP. The link is in the bio too, by the way. You want to join that winnable because we got to get this done and complete. That's all. It's like it's crazy. We got so many plays. So yeah, we like the Red Sox. We brought the Cubbies already. The Royals. I told you we like the Royals. We took the plus 1.5 minus 157 to kind of say we want to be on the safe side. All right, for a quarter U. Right, again, the Knicks. Again, we jumped on the Knicks. We kind of like the White Sox, so we took a stab at the money line for a little less than a quarter U. We took a full quarter unit play on the White Sox to cover plus 1.5. Should have took plus one somewhere. That would be crazy. Might be White Sox plus one. Let me write that down. White Sox plus one. Plus one. We probably get a better number. Right. Shout out to the guy, PSR for them plus ones and minus one plays, man. Sharp. SFG. They are at home against the Rangers. We like the under 8. We are under 8 minus 115. We got a quarter U on that. We got a quarter U on a bunch of these plays. Only we got a half U on the first play. We haven't put a full unit on any play today. We got a bunch of unsurety, but hopefully it comes back great. Comes back great. We'd be feeling good and more confident going into Monday and Tuesday. Anyway, let's continue on. Shelton versus Mensick over 23.5 matches minus 112. We put a quarter U on that because those two guys should go at it. Two of the best young guys at it. Maybe they put on the show today. I think they will. Knicks, Yankees, Tigers, Rangers, parlay plus 1 plus 911. So we took a shot, put that in the air, right? 9-1. Like, take a shot. Small shot, Baltimore team total under 3.5. We didn't play that, right? This is something we're thinking about. We got 4 plays we're thinking about here, rocking out to add on to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, 23, 23 and 1. One parlay and 23 straights and 4 more potential plays coming. So that would be 27 and 1. All right, 28. That's always a good money number. And today's the 27th. 27 plays on the 27th to get to that 28. You already know the vibes, textiles. It's on you to be great. Don't hate, participate, elevate. If it get crazy, meditate before you go on a date. Okay? And don't get irate because that'll get you out the proper mental state. Okay, so if you haven't already subscribed, then you don't know the vibes. Maybe next time you'll be a part of the tribe. All right, I'm off this. TZ, Brooklyn.